Hey everyone, Fox from Fox and Kit Woodworks. We're back today. We're going to do a video for Easter and two-part video. One, we have completed our Lent challenge. This is my father-in-law, Tim. Tim, go ahead and say hi.
Hello everybody.
So I mentioned him a couple times on my channel and a couple of my videos about how he helped me with woodworking, especially furthering my knowledge of woodworking. But for today's video, we're going to do an introduction with Tim, but also do an unboxing.
Furthering your knowledge in something else.
Yes,
here.
furthering our knowledge in something else. Actually, he has introduced me a long time ago to Irish whiskey. I always was a bourbon or Jack Daniels fan, and I know he's a Jack Daniels fan too.
Yeah.
But he introduced me to the Irish whiskeys, and we're going to actually do an unboxing of a special Irish whiskey. But first, Tim, why don't you tell us about yourself a little bit?
About myself. Engineer by education, born and raised in the Midwest, school in the South, moved to California, married a California girl, never left. Here I stand today with 4 son-in-laws, 4 daughters, and 8 grandkids. Retired, enjoying life.
And now kind of going into the area where, besides, being my father-in-law and getting to meet all that, but who got you into working and really what got you started with learning all your woodworking skills?
Oh gosh, Frank Wiedemeyer, my next door neighbor when I was a kid growing up in Sioux City, Iowa. He was a retired master mechanic, whereas my dad had 2 clubs for, he was not mechanical at all, but Frank taught me everything.
Right.
Frank was the guy that when I wanted to make a go-kart, he'd drill a hole in the axle rod for me, and he'd tell me what to do and how to do. And when I was a little kid, Frank, he was one lot, he had a double lot, and the lot between our houses was empty. And he built a foundation and moved a house onto it. And I was there for that whole thing.
Process.
And I was hooked. Simple as that.
And then further down the road, it kind of, I feel like, went the same way as your father-in-law taught you a lot with construction and woodworking.
Yeah.
And speaking of, there's one of the grandkids.
Can I do a quick session with Timmy?
A what?
He has a hammer and he's trying to break something.
No, not unless grandma or somebody's out there with you. They want to do destruction.
Oh, destruction.
They want to take a hammer and pound on some wood.
Go find Grammy and see if it's okay to do.
Grammy's got all the stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
We'll start them out young.
Exactly. And so if I remember correctly, it was your father-in-law that really got you kind of more honed in on the construction side, and you guys did a lot more
More
together.
of that. We did a lot together. We were partners, and I quit my job at one point in time. We bought an old 2-story building and completely rehabbed it. We put a new foundation under it, and we put a new roof on it, and everything in between.
Yeah.
Turned it into a 16-unit apartment building.
And then later down the road, you ended up building both your houses, right?
Yeah, built several houses since then. Yeah.
So as we've talked about, rough carpentry, that's your go-to. And you've shown me a lot of rough carpentry over the time with my house. But now I've started to move into the fine carpentry, and that's where we're trying to get together. And
yeah,
work
you're
on
leaving
some
me
things.
in the dust.
I'm not leaving you in the dust. But today's video is now going to move on to the more important part. We both finished our Lent challenge. We've done our 40 days. And to start our new tradition, as we're calling it for Lent, we're going to go ahead and open up this very special bottle of Midleton. It is the 26-year Midleton. It is...
good luck finding one.
Good luck finding one. And I know I went to the Jameson distillery and got it registered there, and they were like...
paperwork in here?
It is in here. We'll show it to the camera. And no one actually had even seen this bottle come back and get registered. They actually had to open up the year's vintage and make a spot for it. So let's go ahead and... I'm going to go ahead and zoom this in real quick, and we're going to go ahead, whoops, got hooked up on there. Let's see if we can get it opened up.
Yep, that's good.
Looks good? Okay. All right. Let me catch some of the paperwork falling out. Tim, if you don't mind helping out. Since it's your bottle, I'm just showing it off.
It's our bottle.
It's our bottle. So there it is. Nice, beautiful wood case. It's got that velvet lining. And this is the Midleton. This is the good stuff. 26 years. And if Tim, if you want to show the camera that.
So you can talk about this. You took these pictures.
Yeah, so I took these pictures. We went to the Midleton Distillery, which is the Jameson Distillery in Cork County, Ireland. Whoa, God, how long ago was that? Oh, yeah. I don't remember how long ago it was. A long time ago. But basically, they found out that it was from the year 2000 is when this was bottled. And they actually pulled out the 2000 book and wrote it in the front of the book, the actual year, vintage, finish, released, and then also labeled both of them down there. So we got those registered.
You haven't told them yet, but we have 2 of these bottles.
Yes.
This is bottle one of 2.
We have 2. This is bottle 1, so we're cracking this one open to go ahead and let it go. So
and how many bottles does it? It'll tell you on there how many there are. I think
there are only 1,000 bottles in the world, and he's got 2 of them.
And here's the little pieces of paper.
Yeah, and this is the basically the book that kind of explains how many bottles are in there. So as it says, it's 26 years old or aged. Only 1,000 bottles were bottled in 2000 from the Midleton Distillery, County Cork, and it gives you your tasting notes. So I'll read this real quick to you as best I can. Nose, complex on the nose, at once nutty and spicy, a wonderful depth of aroma and accentuated by hints of port wine and honey. Taste, the overall effect is stunning and full-bodied. And finish, a long, satisfying finish with an aftertaste of honeyed wine. I shortened that because I don't want to read this whole thing. I want to get to the important part.
Right.
So let's go ahead and get to the important part. Let's go ahead and crack this open. Now the interesting part is it's got a nice wax seal that we're going to have to
show it to the camera. That's what
break free. There we go. As you can see. There we go. Whoop.
There goes a label on the back.
That's how long it's been sitting for. It's been
That's
sitting in
tape off.
your cupboard for 25 years.
Just waiting for a good reason. Now let's see. There you go.
Do that one. He was quicker to the draw.
Oh, tired cork.
Ooh.
I'll have to go get a corkscrew.
So we'll go ahead and we'll finish this unboxing here, or unboxing opening in a second.
All right, pause it.
Yep. Yeah, I don't.
Go.
All right. All right. We're back. We had to do a little bit of surgery here. That it's been sitting in the shelf for 25-ish years, and just dried out, and that cork popped. So we got it ready. So we're gonna go ahead and pour our 2 glasses. You want the honors? Right,
Go for it. You're doing just fine.
Okay. Say when.
I suppose. Say when. That'll start me.
All right. What I will do is I will flip those around like that. I will post some more information in the comments about this, but
Let's see. My brother would be really mad at me if I didn't give it the Irish toast. So up the long ladder and down the short rope, to hell with King Billy and God bless the Pope. If that doesn't do it, we'll tear him in two and send him to hell with their red, white, and blue.
up the fucking Republic. Cheers. Swash. Oh.
That works. That works just fine.
That works perfect.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry you guys can't taste this, but
I'm not. There's only so much.
There's
You
only
can
so
go
much, but
far.
yeah. But happy Easter, everybody,
Yep.
and have a good time with your family.